in Seattle.
Hi. I bet you got here in a hurry in that flash outfit, did you?
That's right. I was born in Seattle and grew up in Bothell, Washington. But anyways, this is kind of for whoever can think of an answer, but if you could be a role that you haven't done in any current or past animated movie, TV show, video game, what would you do?
Is this for anybody?
Yeah. I'd be Batman.
I would too.
I'd like to be Batman just once.
Yeah.
I am when I'm at home.
Dude, that's just Batman underwear. That's you're not.
Yeah.
This is.
Thank you, Flash.
Hi, my name's Sam.
Hi,
I'm from
Sam.
Seattle. So obviously all of you have created characters throughout your career, but a few of you have taken over very iconic characters. This is really for Jim and Troy. Jim, you took over a bunch of characters from the great Sterling Holloway, and Troy, you're now the voice of the Joker after so many years of Mark Hamill really making it his own. How did you kind of prepare yourself mentally to take over that, to fill those shoes?
I don't know. I don't think I did. I just, you know, I used to, I'd be sitting around playing Monopoly, and we'd be, I believe I shall buy a park place. And so, it was kind of, you looking for who? Oh, well, okay. It was a long time. It was like, geez, I think Winnie the Pooh and Tigger were around maybe in the early 60s. I was in the audience then, and it took till the 80s, late 80s, till they did it. So it was kind of in the back of my mind. Now it's in the front, and now it's all over me. But but I don't know. It's very sticky. But yeah, I can tell you this, and James Arnold Taylor has a good way of putting it as well. Gosh, and this is true of singing too. Like somebody's talking about it in the dark of the night. Well, Christopher Lloyd, if you go like that, oh, that's Christopher Lloyd. I mean, might not have been the best in the world, but that's what he sounds like. In the dark of the night, and you have to it still sounds like that crazy guy. And the first thing, even if he's burping, if he's sneezing, if he's fill in your favorite bodily function. And, that's Christopher Lloyd. Oh, that's Winnie the Pooh. That's Ka, the snake, or something. I think that's it. Sound. Just sound. What's that sound? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's probably Pooh. Whatever, sneeze, and I'll stop there. But I think that's kind of how you do it. And then from there, it's just an acting thing. See, a lot of people, and let me tell you this, a lot of people say, well, you're a voice actor. Voice. Okay, that's fair. Here's what we really are, though. We're character actors, and we do all these characters. That's just what they sound like. That's what they sound like when they talk, So think of it that way. Back in.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sorry, God. Anyway, did that help? So go from the sound and fill it out all the way to the acting, and then you get to sit on this. These cool people. So see?
I'll add on to that quickly. For me, Mark Hamill is and always will be my Joker. Yes.
Amen.
However, the thing that I learned when someone puts that role to you and says, okay, don't screw this up, and more importantly, this is really what it needs to sound like. It needs to point to what everybody knows is the accepted standard for who the Joker is, to me is far easier than what this man had to do in Under the Red Hood, which was make it up. Make up something that we've never heard before, never done before. And the thing that I've learned about an iconic character, or stepping into the shoes of a role that's been done so well by so many other people before you, is that, again, you have to have freedom to fail, but there, just like what Jim said, there is a character that exists outside of the actors that have portrayed it. And what people want to hear is not Mark Hamill, they want to hear what Mark Hamill brought to the Joker. And you watch Under the Red Hood, and what Johnny did for the Joker, and that is exactly what I wanted to see and hear from the Joker. So you want to be cognizant of making sure that you're not doing an impression of somebody, but like Jimmy said, is like, there's just that character, and that sound is this person. So for me, I think I kind of gave myself a little bit of a break and said, don't take this too seriously. Just do what you can do. Trust the people that are on the other side of the glass to guide you there, and just do the character, and everything else will fall into place.
Thanks, dude.
Hello.
Sure.
Hello. My name is Lacey. I'm from Bothell, and I met several of you yesterday. Maurice, you're the one that made me cry.
What'd you do?
He was very sweet.
He got back. Why did you make that sweet girl cry?
Hey, you did too, Rob.
Oh,
5 years ago.
Yeah, but that was because I hadn't taken a shower. That was a
Anyway, my question is a more technical question for voice acting, because I have a voice I have to do for a game that I'm making with my husband. I have an issue with volume, because when I have like a upbeat character voice, I'm usually screaming, or like when I'm doing a sweet voice, I'm usually very whispery, and I don't know how to deal with the volumes.
It's all on your breath.
Okay.
And it's all on how you breathe.
Okay.
When I went to Rutgers Mason Gross School of the Arts, big fancy pants, bullshit acting college. Anyway, when you breathe, you want to breathe to support your diaphragm, right? So you don't want to breathe like this. That's not, you're bringing too much tension into your shoulders. So when you breathe into your lower back, when I record, I usually sit down, but when I breathe into my lower back, you'll see my chest cavity expand. Watch. Shoulders don't go up. There's no tension there. Just, you know what you do? Lie down on your back. To just get used to breathing, because you want to fill it up here and here, where your lungs are, right? Your lungs are higher up. Don't start, assholes. Do me a favor. Kidding. No, but you want to expand. And lay down on your back, like pull your feet, like bend your legs, pull your feet on, and so you can really flatten out your lower back. And breathe into your lower back. And once you learn how to do that, you'll be able to really be able to support your voice. And then once you do that, all the little voices, that's all mic technique. That's all mic technique, because you can be very intimate when you're right up against the microphone, and that's what you'll have to do. That's a mic technique thing. But when you want to project, that's all in the breath. Yeah. Here.
Thank you.
Basically, what you want to do is breathe into your ass.
So quit breathing.
The Tracy Morgan School of Breathing. I hope that helps.
All right.
I hope that helps.
All right, going forward, say who your question's for. We're on a bad trend.
Hi, yeah, my question is for Maurice. I had read that several years ago when you were doing Yosemite Sam, which by the way, I think you do a great job doing Yosemite Sam. You did the voice too hard and you threw your voice out, and you had to, you couldn't really, I think what it was you couldn't do a lot of voices for maybe a few weeks. But I was wondering, if you're voicing a character who's always yelling and you end up accidentally throwing your voice out, are there ways that you can avoid that? And if it happens, what do you do to try and get your voice back, or do you have to take the time off, or do you just go with it?
Well, Yosemite Sam was a very, very difficult voice on Mel Blanc. He writes about it in his autobiography, that he always had them record the Yosemite Sam lines on a Friday so that he had the weekend to recover. I mean, that thing just beats the crap out of your vocal cords. And what happens when your voice goes out is the cords themselves swell. And on this particular session that you're talking about, that I guess you read in an interview, it was for a video game, so there were hundreds of responses for Yosemite Sam. It was a small phone book of Yosemite Sam. And short, medium, and long. It was like a 2.5, 3 hour long session. And went to the voice doctor. He looked down there, Dr. Cantor, thanks to Jess Arnell who recommended him, looked down there and said, "Your vocal cords look like 2 blood sausages. What the hell did you do to yourself?" And I said, "Yosemite Sam. Don't talk. Don't talk. Okay? You're going to be on vocal rest for 4 days." Well, I ended up being out on vocal rest for a month. My voice wouldn't come back because those cords were so swollen. So the only thing that I could do was last year I walked away from the character. I was doing the character for Wabbit, and I had done it for the Looney Tunes show. I'd done almost everything that they did for Warner Brothers, and I blew my voice out one time too many doing Wabbit. I asked them if they'd move it to Fridays, and because of scheduling they couldn't, and I understood. And I said, "Then I have to walk away. I'm sorry." And because I had a contract with Lexus, and I was showing up for Lexus sessions not able to speak. So I had to, sometimes you have to protect yourself. Not every job, is worth losing the rest of your career for. So now Fred Tatasciore is doing Yosemite Sam, and he's Fred Tatasciore on Wabbit, and he's doing a great job. But he said, "Oh man, first let me hug you." Big because Fred is the friendliest man in all of voiceover, and he said, "That thing's a killer." Oh man, so it's a tough voice. You can't do it right without really letting it rip. There's just no way to do it without killing yourself. Even Mel couldn't. So that's that.
Hi, I'm Hi, I'm Dorby, and I'm from Lake Stevens, Washington. And my
Somebody give her a woo.
And I had a question for Jess. What is it like to tell your family this is what you're going to do for your life? Because my family's just been a butt to me about everything. Like literally, I'm like, how about an artist? How about an actress? No. And it's just like, how am I supposed to tell them I'm thinking about this now?
I totally feel you. My family's just glad that I'm not in jail. But,
a lot of money got lost on that.
Seriously. But no, you know what's cool about it is, first of all, there are worse career choices. I mean, I could have told him I wanted to be a mime. There's definitely not a lot of money in that. The thing is, hopefully, whatever it is that you want to do, eventually your family will support you in wanting to do it because that's their role. And if they won't, for whatever reason, then it's really important that you continue to support yourself, Because what I always tell all you guys when you come to my booth, the difference between people who, in my mind, the difference between people who become successful and people who don't is the people who do what's necessary to become successful no matter what it takes. You just keep trying, you don't give up, and you keep putting it out there. And as long as you do that, literally, man, you are still in the ballgame until you decide to leave the field, right? So with my family, they were always supportive. They always knew I was going to do something stupid because, I was always doing something stupid, man. But it's just, sometimes the chips fall in a very blessed way and you end up getting to hang out with your friends and get paid for doing the same stuff that got kicked out of 7th grade. The important thing is to be true to yourself and realize that if a dream is in your heart, it's there for a reason and you owe it to your heart and the dream to follow through with it, right?
I want to add something on to that. As long as you can make rent, you do whatever the hell you want. You can make rent, pay the bills, doesn't matter. That's it.
Man, I think my answer sounded like Dr. Phil was talking to you too, which is great. That's like a bonus.
Also, you know what'll do it? What'll shut them up? Buy them a bunch of cars and a house every now and then. That'll shut them up.
They'll like that.
You'll be okay then. Good luck, sweet. Thank you, darling.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm from Everett, Washington, and my question's for Jim Cummings. Got some moves over there. So, Jim, I know that you said earlier that you're a musician and you sing. Well, I'm planning to audition for The Voice soon.
Yes. Awesome. Break a lip.
What?
Break a lip. That's voice actors saying good luck, but we're not allowed to say good luck, so they say break a leg when you go on stage, but it's so funny because you'll be singing. Go ahead. Sorry.
what I was gonna say was, do you have any suggestions for being prepared for something like that? Because it's been my dream. Well, it's actually been my dream to be talking to all of you, and also to be on The Voice. So, do you have any suggestions?
Well, gosh, Jess will certainly tell you. Yeah, I sang "Be Prepared." Be prepared. So that would be good. You know, gosh. Jess does amazing vocal warm-ups that sound like somebody having a fit, but they work. You know, keep hydrated. You know, you know what I'll do every now and then is I'll grab a Ricola, 1 or 2, and throw them in here into one of these things and shake them up because water for somehow. I mean, you just gotta keep wet in there, but a little juicy too.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know what? Just when you go out there, don't worry about everybody. Just sing to like 2 or 3 people. And you're in your living room. Just think of your living room being really big and really cool.
Yeah, with great lighting. I gotta add something
you
to that.
sound great, by the way.
Yeah,
I think you're on the way. What are you gonna sing?
I'm planning. Well, for my video audition, I'm probably gonna do Your Song by Elton John.
Oh.
But for blind audition.
I don't have a song. But, oh, that's the name of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. For blind audition, probably. Love Story by Taylor Swift.
Awesome. I want to add one thing for you, John, and that's really cool. Is I have this band. It's called Rock Sugar. We've gotten to play some really big shows all over the world. Yeah, thank you very much. It turned out to be this great thing. And we played this one show over in England. We were opening up for ECCC, and there was 100,000 people at the show. Okay, and they asked me backstage. They said, "Man, are you nervous? You know, are you nervous before you go out there?" And I thought to myself, first of all, it's never really occurred to me to be nervous, but what's interesting, I mean, just in life, because being fearless is awesome, and if you can get that way, it's a really good way to be. But I want to tell you something that I told them that was cool. And I said, you know what? I've never really thought about it until now, but I think that being nervous is a choice that you make, where you could just as easily make the choice to be excited.
I'm nervous standing up talking to you.
Oh, you're so sweet, honey. You don't need to be. Because I'm excited talking to you. You see, it's a choice. I could be nervous saying she's so cute, I don't know what to say, but I'm still coming up with it. You see what I'm saying? So the point is, when you're going to do something, you're standing there and you're going, oh, I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. Just in your head go, you know what? It's the same thing as being excited, so I'm just going to call it that. You know what I mean?
Think of it as gasoline in your tank.
There you go, man. And fill it up. Go get 'em.
Yeah, good advice.
Good luck.
I love you too.
Take a look.
Hi there, my name is Nick and I'm from Seattle. First of all, I want to thank all of you for how supportive you are. I love your work obviously, but what you do for young people getting into a really scary career is incredible. So thank you.
Thank you.
My question is for Mr. DiMaggio. Along the same line, do you have a challenge or a hardship or failure that was really personally difficult for you to overcome early on in your career that you think was really formative for you and helped you become who you are now?
Heavy duty.
Learning how to breathe, I think.
Yeah, learning how to breathe.
Breathing through his ass was hard.
Yeah. You know, I gotta think of something. I stubbed my toe once and it hurt like hell. No. You know, yes, exactly. There was the kidnapping. No, you know what? I always wanted this. Always. And I always had my foot or my toe or my entire leg or completely submerged in some kind of a thing to help me progress. I'll tell you a story that kicked me in the teeth that happened to me. I did a pilot once, like a live on-air television sitcom pilot. It was 1996. And I had just broken up my comedy team. I was doing stand-up in New York, and I had just broken up the comedy team, and I did this pilot, and it got picked up. It was Greg Giraldo, the comic that passed away. It was his first pilot. He used to be like, you know, he used to do all the roasts on Comedy Central and stuff like that. It was his first pilot, and I played his best friend from the neighborhood. And we did this pilot, and I found out it got picked up, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. And a couple of weeks later, I get a phone call from Greg. And I'm like, I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on, man? How you doing, man? I'm so excited, man. This is gonna be great, man. I can't wait, man. 16 weeks, they're gonna be in LA. And I hear on the other end of the phone, dude, nobody told you? And I went, nobody told me what? You know, like, well, the network didn't believe that I could have a friend like you, so we had to cut you from the show. So I was just like in shock. I was with my ex-fiance at the time, and my mom just happened to be in New York City. We were going to go to dinner, and we were going to celebrate the fact that I was doing this show. And so I'm on the phone, and I'm like, so he was like, dude, I'm really sorry, man. I thought somebody told you. So I got off the phone and I called my manager immediately. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I just got told by Greg Giraldo that I'm not doing the show. She's like, I'm on it. She calls up she makes phone calls, she calls the agent, and they totally shit-canned me in the worst way ever. And it took the breath out of me, and I burst into tears, and I was crying, and I was like, I can't believe this. Oh my God. Cut to later on that month. I was going to Hawaii. That's where my ex was from. We were going to Hawaii for for a week or something like that. And on the way back, I stopped in Los Angeles for a week to audition. I got Chicago Hope. I booked it. It was a local hire in Los Angeles, and they were like, yeah, it's just for two episodes. Turns out I did 11 episodes. It made me move to Los Angeles, and if I hadn't gotten kicked in the teeth and knocked on my ass, and instead of just staying there, if I hadn't just got back up like I did, I wouldn't have had anything. So it's all in how you get up after you fail. That's the thing. You gotta know that you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you. You're gonna get the sails are gonna go down. You're gonna be floating in water, going nowhere. It's all about how you figure out to get the boat moving again, and that's it. That's what you do. So. Yeah, you're always going to have hard times. You're always going to get let down. You're always going to, but that was the last time I ever cried about some job screwing me over. Because I was like, oh, that's how you're going to play now. Oh, okay, now. All right, I got some armor now. Now I know. I don't play that. So, that's it.
Johnny D taking us to church.
Amen, Seattle.
I believe you got a word for the Lord today. Friends, I'm here to heal all of you today. Put my blessed hands on you. The Lord needs you to give me $1,000 cash, each and every one of you, and in turn, you will get a bookmark for a Bible sent to your home. Sorry.
Shall we all get off the rope?
Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Great job.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
That's sage advice, ladies and
Sorry
gentlemen.
to bum everybody out.
No.
Really?
You know what? That's sage advice for anything you do. Everybody's got
that's
their
universal.
shit. Everybody has their shit, you guys. And everybody has got to take a punch. And Johnny, that was a great example.
Great story. In the 49 seconds we have left, I just want to say one thing to the kid from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Go up to Brian Drummond and tell him Maurice LaMarche says hello. There's your entry, okay? We're good friends.
All right, folks. All of them will be over at the hotel signing. They'll be doing autographs the rest of the day. Come over and
The
say
Willow
hi.
Room.
The Willow Room.
Yes, come over and say hi, get autographs, come meet everybody. Thank you very much, Johnny.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
We love you guys, man.
Thank you very much.